EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts.
Young way through the kickoff for Atlanta.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. A short kick taken 3-2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
29-yard line.
First down. Packed in the air and intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And it's a run now. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 76 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls in. Complete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Here's the first carry for Todd Gurley. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is him. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Falcons 14, Colts 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up. Falcons grab it.
He saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Ridley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Now it's Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
3 brings up 2nd and goal.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Colts 7. Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Offense at the line and set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First and 10. Throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Colts 14.
Swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're going to try and throw. Is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. First and 10, Taylor now. He gets it forward for 4.
to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the gun, it's Taylor. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. From the gun, Rowe. And we'll find Pickett. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Play action. Rowe. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again. Rowe. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Operating from the gun. Whoa. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll set up a throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 27-yard line.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 46. Taken in by Watkins. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
And the Falcons first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. and 14 on that one, and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Tackle made at the
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Colts 17. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards time.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st down, it's Gurley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's Gurley out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 1. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get his man out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's got some space here. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
A gain of 5. Brings up second.
Another try on second down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Throwing on 3rd and long. No. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing well.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. An 8-yard And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This time they're able to get him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, Rowe. He's able to muscle here as he pulls it in. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rose. Campbell making the catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rowe. This one into the hands of Burton. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. throw on second down. Rowe. That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Rowe. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball. They come to a 4th quarter lead. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
To number 13. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 49, Colts 17. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And 6.
From the gun, Rowe. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rowe. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Now he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rowe. It's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 3rd down. Rowe. He's going to go for a big play downfield. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over. Really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. gets this way up at the 17. And they will ring them down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or do you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Powers past him at midfield. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And inside the 15 before they drop it. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the draw is Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down. That is caught. We're going to see this one at the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.